So, Rumbidzai, welcome with the speech CPR. Let's welcome Rumbidzai.
Am I audible?
Yes.
My heart was beating like African. Moments ago, I had awoken to the sound of muffled groans. My husband lying motionless and unresponsive. I called out to him, "Honey, wake up, wake up." No response. Panicking, I grabbed my mobile phone to dial 999, but the phone had no charge. So I dashed across the room to the landline to make the call. And as I returned, looking at him, I was rooted to the spot in fear. And at that moment, everything around me seemed as if it was frozen in time. But I knew that I had to act or risk losing him. So I performed CPR. Toastmaster of the evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My husband survived because of CPR. Now raise your hand if you have ever performed CPR. I salute you. My husband's survival was because of it. Now we all know CPR as a life-saving technique. Yet today, I introduce you to CPR, the dream-saving technique, where C is courage, P, perseverance, and R, responsibility. How many of your dreams and goals have failed to survive when all they needed was C, courage, P, perseverance, and R, responsibility? Now allow me to take you on a journey back into time to when I was 10 years old. I was so adorable with the chubbiest cheeks, and I loved to swim. The swimming coach even said that I had a budding swimming career, but not according to one boy named Jason who said, "Don't you mean a whale in water?" Me, a whale? Jason's words crushed my spirit. They crushed my dream because at that moment, I could hear the muffled groans of my swimming career fading away. But because I did nothing, my swimming career failed to survive because I did not perform CPR. Have you ever missed out on your dreams, letting them slip through your fingers only to find out that it was because you let other people's opinions define your reality? Right there and then, I vowed to myself that I would never let anybody get in the way of my dreams. So years passed, and I went to college, and there I took on aircraft engineering. And there I was, the only girl in a class full of Jasons. And all they did was try to bring me down. The aircraft engineering professor himself even said, "Aircraft engineering is a man's world." And hearing his words, the fear of failure became my reality. And I could hear the muffled groans of my engineering career fading away. But because of CPR, I had the C, courage to continue. IP, persevered, because I knew that I had an R, responsibility to myself to accomplish my dreams. And today, Not only did I graduate as an aircraft engineer, I manage a team of aircraft engineers at one of the world's leading airlines in a man's world. Now, as a leader with a passion for speaking, I found myself drawn to Toastmasters. And it was in a meeting just like this one that I got the opportunity to become at the district Toastmasters contest. I was on cloud nine, the perfect opportunity for somebody like me with a passion for speaking, sharing the same stage with the champions and getting feedback from the region's best. Oh, I poured out my heart and my soul on that stage. But by the time the last Evaluator was done, I just wanted the earth to open up and swallow me whole. They were harsh, and I was devastated. And I could hear the muffled groans of my speaking career fading away. But because of CPR, here I am on this stage to give you this speech and this important message. Toastmasters and guests, take a moment of silence. Can you hear the muffled groans of your dreams fading away whilst you remain frozen in fear? Fear that is fueled by letting other people's opinions determine your reality. Because of CPR, I went from a devastated to a determined Toastmaster, a distinguished aircraft engineer, and not to mention the deputy swimming coach at my son's school. You too can do the same for your dreams. You can revive your dreams and watch them not only survive, but thrive. All you need to do is to apply the dream saving technique. CPR.
Evaluators. Let us start with our evaluator number one, John White. Mr. White, you are up.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to evaluate Rumbidzai's speech. What a pleasure it is to watch her operate. The speech has been a winner since the club level. It's just gotten better and better. And it's great just to see how well constructed it is, how tight, the great stories, and how she embodies the emotions. When she talks about how she was devastated, or I put my heart and soul, I mean, you really feel it. So she's communicating both verbally and through her body. I kudos to a cute, a smart use of CPR in a medical term, and then generalizing it as a way to look about how we manage our life. That's a really great setup. And I love the story arc. She talks about originally trying to save her husband or saving her husband, then a swimming situation, college situation, then finally the Toastmasters. I have to say the setup with your husband is one of the most powerful parts of the speech. And Rumbidzai, there's a moment where you said, I was rooted in fear, frozen in time. I had to act. That's it right there. And you did act, and you use CPR, and that's a great mnemonic device. As you get later on to the story, when you wrap it up, and I want to say, I feel like the ending was much improved. It was always a great speech, but my experience in some of the other versions was, I felt like the phrase CPR was a bit overused, and there was a couple of endings in there. It seemed to be a little too long. It really was tightened up. But if you can somehow evoke that same emotion, rooted in fear, frozen in time, you have to act, or something like that. I think that would be great. I love your language. I love your callbacks. You know, Jason bothered you in swimming, but then you went to the university where it was occupied by a bunch of Jasons. really tightly, coherently done. So I'm supposed to find areas to improve. It's hard. These are my opinions, but that's what I'm paid to do here. Okay, Rumbidzai, so it just may be my opinion. I still am feeling, and I do this a lot, that your eye and the camera are a little off. So you seem to be speaking to someone other than us, not in a major way, but in like you're talking to my brother behind my shoulder, not a room, but another person. The internet was a little wonky, so I don't know if you can get a slightly better internet connection. Just at the beginning, you talked about calling 999. Vicky likes to tell us it's an international crowd. Where I roll, it's 911. So maybe you say you call emergency so that you, I mean, we understand, but anyway. Then what was the thing? I think that was it. Sorry, I felt like I had something else to end. Not this time. Well, I think that's it. The red thing, it's a great speech, much improved. I wish my ending was as good as yours, but keep it up and good luck at the district level. Thank you.